A friend of mine needed help with his car. It was early in the morning, so I just jumped out of bed, got dressed, went and helped him. By the time that I came or rolled up to where his car was at, he had the car jacked up, pulling the tire right off. And so I grabbed a couple tools and just started working. I didn't even think to stop and see how he had the car jacked up. I should have stopped before I did anything and just checked everything, but I didn't. I just jumped in, was working. And so when I started yanking on the brake caliper to pull it off of the rotor, the whole car starts to shift like this and then falls down. And my left thigh was leaning up against the rotor. And so when it started to move, it basically pulled my leg or my knee down to the ground. The rotor hit my thigh and smashed it against the ground. It could have been 1,000 times worse. Guys, the Lord protected me and kept me safe in that moment, and I am so thankful for that. I wanted to put this out there so that people remember to be safe. Check your safeties, check your jacks, check your jack stands. It's not worth getting hurt. So anyways, that's the story. I'm doing good. I'm hoping in a week I'll be back to normal. Okay, back to the cool stuff. Well, there's the 6.0 sitting right there, ready to go.
AJ, today's not 6.0 day.
Tim's always bursting my bubbles.
It's air tank day. It's day 2, a week later. We're back on getting air tank. So we mount the air tank, we got to drill holes, we have everything ready to mount the air dryer, and then we spent 4 hours at the hose supplier last week. That's why we didn't get this done, getting hoses. That was a disaster. Don't ever do that. Let's get this thing done so we can hear it.
And then we'll be cool.
We will be cool.
All right, this is where we've chosen to put our tank.
1 bolt's enough, right?
Yep, that's all you need.
Perfect.
Look, it looks sturdy.
It's very sturdy.
As it falls on you.
Just don't hit a bump. Well, AJ lost our paint pens. So what we're doing is we're visualizing where the mark should be. And
Tim is, I'm not.
It's probably not very close, but close enough. Should we drill one and mark it and do that before we visualize the other two?
Probably.
Okay, let's do
wax
that.
Wax on, wax off.
That's sure, because that has absolutely nothing to do with what we're doing.
Seems like a martial arts thing, like visualize your opponent.
Sure, AJ. All right, where's the drill? Here, battery boy, this died.
I'll go get the battery boy.
I can't even see the mark. The black mark on the black metal is hard to see. Whoop. I wonder if these are stainless steel or just really shiny, cheap metal.
Really shiny, cheap metal. We already know that.
You were wrong on the size by a lot.
It's too small?
Yeah.
All right, stand by. All right, we're back. Tim's still visualizing things. And putting the light right where it's in the way. Yeah, we got to flip this tank around because we want that drain plug over here. And of course, Tim put it on wrong.
That was uncalled for.
I don't know, if you guys heard Tim off camera, you'd say it's called for. Oh. Did you mark that one already?
I got my laser eye on it.
Good enough.
Yeah. I did mark it, but it was in the rust, so I can't really see. Is that where it needs to be? I knew that was gonna happen. Right down my shirt. Thanks, AJ.
Anytime, buddy.
Here. So AJ just sharpened these 2 bits, and he says they're sharp. So I ask what the definition of sharp is, and he says makes a hole.
Let's see what happens.
There's no hole. It's not sharp. I mean, it kind of makes chips.
Yeah.
Potato chips would be better.
You guys ever want to know what build we're working on? If Tim does a bad job, it's mine. If he cares about it, it's his.
So now, we got those 4 holes drilled. Let's make sure they're gonna line up, and then we'll put all of the fittings in that tank before we put it in here, because that's the right way to do it. Or the smart way, we should say.
We don't even know if those bolts line up.
Shh. Of course they line up.
This is serious.
If they don't line up, we'll go to a break. They most certainly line up. All 14 of them. All right, let's get all the fittings in here. We'll get it bolted up permanently. All right, here goes the juggling action. Stay. Sure be nice if I could see what I was doing. They don't give you much room to work here.
I'll talk to HR. All right, guys, there's the tank mounted. And that's how we'll hit the drain. It's looking pretty good. All right, let's run the airlines. All right, this is the bracket that we built for the air dryer. So I'm gonna quick clean that up, paint it, and then we'll get it on.
Okay, that one started, I think. There we go.
Just trying to do my job.
What is that exactly?
Oh, I don't like to define it, so no one can hold me to it.
I'd say that's pretty solid.
Yep.
If I don't say so myself.
All right, Tim thinks the wrench size is 7/8, so I'm gonna bring all 3 of these.
Smart move. Look, 7/8.
Yeah, well, we'll see what the other one is.
That one I know is 7/8. Something like that, you say?
Yep.
Like that?
Yep.
Yep, like that?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
That would do. No, not like that, though.
This needs to go up to the engine. This goes to the air tank. This goes up to the engine as well.
Okay, so this right here is our supply line. Comes out here, goes down that way. Down here, we've got our reservoir line. And then this one goes to the dryer. And then back in, there we go. There's a little air filter for it. And then I'll go up underneath and show you that. There's the air dryer installed. We're gonna start it up and see how it does. It's more obvious.
Okay, one of the things that I've been putting off doing because I don't want to do it, it's not going to be any fun, but it needs to get done, is shock mounts. There is no way with these massive airbags that we're going to be able to use the factory shock mount way down here that you can't see. So what we're going to do is the right thing, and we're going to cut those mounts off, we're going to turn them 90 degrees, and we're going to weld them to my radius arms and figure out where we got to put a plate in here, and we'll just do a style with a stud and a bushing on the top. I think that's going to be the best way. I could be wrong, but that's what we're going to do. So we don't have this jagged edge right here. Kind of polish all that out.
Yep.
I actually think I really like that. So it was like this. But we really
grind
need to
down the top a touch.
Huh?
You could grind down the top a little bit. To
Yeah,
match
we
that.
could take. Yeah, we could take and cut that off. Come on in here and take a look what we got going on here. So we cut this bracket off the side of the axle. We made a few modifications to it. This is just a random shock I got laying around. We're gonna end up welding that about right there. Boy, I think that is gonna be sweet. We can get some more light in here too. This will end up sitting right in the middle like that. We're gonna make a plate to go between that. We'll get a stud top shock, but man, I think that's gonna be sweet right there. We'll make sure that we're not gonna hit it with the tire, but I think that's awesome. We're gonna knock some of the rust off here, polish some corners, knock the rust off there. We'll tack it, make sure everything's good. Take that arm off and burn it on permanently. Here's what we got, guys. We got this welded on there, and man, am I happy with the way that turned out. That, aside from being rusty, actually looks really good. I'm not sure what kind of side load it's gonna put on that. We're just gonna see what happens. This guy right here goes like this. And then we've made this template here. We've decided to hold off until we get the actual shock. I'm gonna measure, it only needs to be about an inch shorter than this one. The stroke's almost perfect. But we're essentially gonna end up throw everything on the floor. We're essentially gonna end up doing something like this right here, and it matches almost perfect. Really excited with the way that works out. So we're gonna put this wheel on, take the other side off, do the exact same thing. We're almost ready for shocks. Let's move to the other side. Well, you saw us get that shock mount done. We came over to this side, we got this shock mount done. As discussed earlier, we'll go ahead and make this upper plate for the shock. I need to get a shock that's about an inch shorter than the one I was using to mock up, and then we'll do this top plate. While we had this tire off and I was waiting for AJ to slowly cut that other piece, I mocked this up right here, and this is what the exhaust is gonna be. It's going to sneak in here and go kind of like that, about a quarter inch off the frame. I'm not thrilled on the way those hoses turned out. Those are oil hoses, but I don't really have a lot of choice. That's why they're there. I had to move the oil filters from right there. But it is coming together. Hopefully in a week or two, we will have the fenders going back on. Then we can start working on electrical. We need to have this thing on the road for winter. My Jeep is coming off the road so I can do some work, and I can't keep the tires stuck to the pavement and dry. What do you think it's gonna be with snow? Also, AJ's chomping at the bit to get on his Comanche build. I can't figure out why. So we got to get this done, get that thing in here. We're super excited. We're like stoked. I want to drive this truck. It's been forever. So if you haven't caught the video we just put up, that's the whole Jeep build all into one video. You got to go check that out. Or if you haven't seen anything, go check out our other builds. We got a lot of cool and crazy stuff back there and a lot more coming. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the little bell notification thingy, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.
Tim's always losing stuff anyways.
It's only because you don't know how to read. I've got to get something that's shiny. Short. Wow. I've got to get a shock that's slightly shorter.